Hello and welcome again to Let's Play Baldur's Gate, and this is Policy of Madness. Last time we did a bunch of little errands. We killed Roger's his name. We killed his sea troll, and we did some errands up top, including rescuing Viconia. We also finally triggered that stupid ambush. Where you rescue the dude for the Harpers. It took a long time. We had to go between areas quite a bit until that triggered. Now we're gonna meet up with Keldorn and we're gonna do a thing with him.
Good is on our side this day! Halt and go no further, layman. There be a grave evil here, the source of which I have yet to find.
No, I don't understand that. This is not... I mean, this isn't your fucking property or anything.
I stand aye, as you wish.
Whatever you want.
Now, this may technically be violating the no reload portion of our quest, but I could not care. And you'll see why. We've gone over two conceptions of power, one very quickly and one at great length, because the ordinary conception of power is one that most people understand intuitively, and the mobilization of bias, the second phase of power, as originally outlined by Bachrach and Barrett in 1962,
If you say so.
is less intuitive, and people sometimes have a hard time grasping it. Especially grasping how it's everywhere. It's fucking everywhere.
Oh, to taste the airs of home. It has been a long time since I have passed this way.
It's been a long time since you were in the government district of the same city where you fucking live, okay?
Of course.
He wants to visit his wife and family. He apparently has not been to see them in too long, even though he lives in the same fucking city.
Is it important, peasant?
I thought there'd be a lady out here. She was like...
Ah, here at long last is my estate. The servants have tended to it well this past while. You have a plan?
Oh, here she is. It's been well over a month, even though he lives in the same fucking city.
my sweet Vesper. How is your schoolwork coming? The priests are still kind to you for my sake?
Otherwise they wouldn't have been. That's disturbing.
So, who are these? Heathen you converted in Kalimport? Traveling pilgrims you stumbled across in Seradush?
2 months. But it is your choice. You don't have to live in the Temple of the Radiant Heart. Yeah. He could at least come home for dinner.
What about me? What about my heart, Keldorn? What if I don't love you anymore?
Maria!
It's hard to love somebody who's never there. However well I hide it. Why do you hide it? Why do you even try to hide it? I don't understand this. So the church is more of a dick to you, and therefore you're a dick to your wife? Okay. What could ever come between us? How about the fact that you're never fucking home? Yeah, he did fatherly things with them.
Curse the dictates of honor. Oh, the very gods demand that I bring this case before the courts. Sir William shall be hung, and the love of my entire life imprisoned. There is no other outcome.
Nothing is clear to me anymore. Previously, it was clear that he could just completely neglect his family and they'd always be waiting for him. That's not actually how relationships work.
I'm waiting, if that's what you want. Whatever you desire.
Mobilization of bias works everywhere. It's inescapable. You pretty much can't get away from it. I'm not going to bother picking that shit up. I was going to, but I'm not going to. It's only worth like 10 gold, and we're already well on our way toward a good bit of gold.
Where men gather, a bustle of chaos ensues. I would save them all if I could.
Yeah, except your own family.
No trouble out of you.
Where is he? Mithras?
Is that all? Yes.
There's another type of power, however, which was first brought up by Stephen Lukes in, I think it was 1974.
Tell me all about it.
He wrote a book called Power, A Radical View. This is what we call a radical conception of power, or the third phase of power, some people call it. Because once Baccarat and Barrett's identified a second phase of power, there's like an infinite number of phases
Not do it.
that you can potentially identify.
Whatever you want.
Or this dude.
My time is quick, so be brief, commoner.
Any father, even an imposter off the street. So he's saying, you're an idiot, and I filled the role that you just stepped out of. Okay. He's infertile. To have a child that's not even yours. I thought he was talking about Keldorn's kids, you know, to, like, adopt them, but this acts like he's talking about, you know, fathering a child biologically. Well, maybe they're referring to the fact that in some jurisdictions, especially in the olden days, a woman's children were legally the children of her husband, even if they weren't biologically the children of her husband. So maybe that's what he's talking about here. Yeah, this is true. We came here ready for a fight. No, we didn't. What's the fastest way out of here? Can I get there from here?
Just ask.
I think I can get there from here. The radical conception of power goes like this. Sometimes you see someone who is doing something that seems just wildly not in their best interests. You know, you see people voting for politicians who... Who's this?
Yes?
Probably a werewolf.
What would you like?
I see people voting for politicians who are working extremely hard to keep them poor and desperate for jobs so that they'll accept anything, no matter how dangerous, and poorly remunerated. And you wonder to yourself, why? Why?
So be it.
Stephen Luke says that it is an expression of power to make people want what you want.
You live. Am I to read from such a fact that Sir William now lies dead?
Nay, my love, we both yet live, and perhaps each of us more fully than before.
I don't get how he comes to that conclusion on Sir William's behalf. Sir William seemed to be living pretty fully previously. Thank you, Keldorn, for not killing the person who I turned to in my time of loneliness. This is his final quest. You have my word. So he could just resign any time? What? I do not understand Keldorn. And with all the passion of his pent-up dick released, I'm sure. Alright. So this gave us some EXP. Doesn't matter. It's not why we did it anyway. We didn't do it for the EXP.
Whatever you want.
Stephen Luke's, in the third phase of power, the radical conception of power, says that an expression of power, one expression of power, is to make people believe what you want them to believe, so that they will do what's in your best interest instead of what's in their own.
If you say so.
And this certainly seems to fit, right? Because people do that. People behave in ways that sometimes seem crazy. And they do things that sometimes seem crazy. It's like, why did you do that? Why did you do this? Why did you support this person who doesn't support you? Who in fact, in some cases, actively tries to undermine you.
Of course.
And Stephen Luke says that's an expression of power. That is a way to exert power. And there's a lot to be said for that. This is called the radical conception of power. Let me tell you a little bit about Keldorn. One day, I had the Happy Party mod installed, so I expected to not encounter any problems with my party members fighting with each other or getting angry because my reputation was too high. I like to carry evil party members around with me. I mean, who doesn't?
Duty calls. I pledge my service and my life if
that's
need
what
be.
you want.
But Keldorn one day came out with this. I had Viconia in my party too, because Viconia is awesome. And Keldorn once came out with this little thing that says, he was like saying, I'm tired of hanging around with that evil drow, and if she doesn't go, then I'm gonna kill her. And then like a day later he carried through and he attacked her. And they fought each other, and you know, he killed Viconia, and I was so upset. That wasn't a no reload game though, so I was able to reload from prior to when that happened and ditch fucking Keldorn. But ever since then, I've never previously used him. Prior to that, I wanted to
Yes?
keep him in the game because he has this interesting backstory, you know, and he seems very, I don't know, very wise, and just in general, it seems like he should be a great party member, you know. He should be a great party member, and he is a great party member, but then he turned out to be a fucking racist.
Yes. Whatever you desire.
I trust you wish to continue our journey.
So, and now, I take him back home to see his family, and he tells his wife that he's going to finish the quest with me, and then he's going to come back and they're going to be in love like they were when they were teenagers. And then I bring him here to the sewers overlooking this bottomless abyss, and I leave him there. And he can think about his wife. I'd hate to do this to his wife because she obviously cares about him, but she's also just as obviously willing to move on from him. So I don't feel exceptionally guilty. That's worth like nothing, and that's worth literally nothing. So, you know, she can take care of her own, you know, heart. So I imagine him down here just pining away, dreaming about his wife and how much he loves her. And, you know, in this stinking sewer. This is because in many ways I am a dick. Okay. Where's the secret passage? It should be right here, right? This is my dick move. one of several dick moves. Come on. Did I detect this one? Yeah, I detected this one. Am I not looking in the right place? Could swear it's right here. So, oh, there we go. Probably some kobolds? No kobolds. Okay. So, that's it for this time. Next time we're going to go into Mekrath's place, and we're going to confront him about Hercules. And then we're going to continue this quest. So, join me then. Later.